to the checker flag, running through the red light. 12 can me, won't pull over.
They broke ground on this building 5 months after the NFL awarded a new team here to the city of Houston. And it's been the only home of the city's franchise ever since. Welcome, everyone, to Reliant Stadium. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC, between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started, and we're off and running from Houston. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Running it with David Montgomery. That's good for a gain of 5. It's Dorian Williams with the stop.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. They'll run again with Montgomery. This one stopped. Play gains about 6 yards. And that is the Texans' first down. Set him on back-to-back plays, Brock, and he's got them moving now on this opening series.
Yeah, he's not needed any time at all to find his groove and settle in. This should set the table for the rest of the day.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Off the play action. Here's Stroud. That's complete to the back. David Montgomery. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Well, you love when you can go from first down, Brock. Makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that. It's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
Man, great read by the defense there. They attacked, and they found that runner quick.
You look up run blitz by a linebacker,
yeah.
That is in the dictionary right there.
There it is. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. To the air, Stroud. That's a catch for Nico Collins. Stops there, but that gets them the first. A big gain before the defense got to him. Looks like about 22 yards.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. We're going to get a timeout here. Play clock was down to 4 seconds. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Stroud completes it quick. Tried to beat him with a quick pass, but not quick enough. That winds up as a loss. Now after the play, looks like we have somebody banged up. What we hope is it's nothing major. Don't want to see a serious injury less than a quarter into the season. Throwing on second, Stroud. That's back-to-back for Dell. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. And it's going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
It's a gain of 6. Brings
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Stroud. He's got it, complete to Collins. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
We call 3rd downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
They'll run here. It's Montgomery. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal. Showing some patience in their ground game early here, Brock, continuing to feed their guy despite the lack of results so far.
I know this will sound kind of silly, but you've got to run the ball to run the ball. And what I mean by that, there's no way to get this run game going is unless you continue to give him the rock to try to warm it up.
Throwing on 2nd, here's Stroud. Can't connect on the short throw, it's incomplete. Oh, and how well he's slinging at this opening drive, Brock. Not sure we expected to see an incompletion, but his perfect start ends at 5 for 5.
Yeah, kind of the feeling out process, right? I think you find this with defensive coordinators a whole bunch, trying to figure out what that script is on the other side. I have a sense there'll be some completions and incompletions.
And across the line he goes. Touchdown, Texans. That's David Montgomery with his first of hopefully many more to come this season. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. He's going to start the year 1 for 1 as they take a 7-0 lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Nicole Hardman now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
On the return, the Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now with Allen. Flushed out of the pocket. Big strike here to Moore. These hits finally taken out, so call it a gain of about 23 on the play before they got to him. And it'll be 1st down Buffalo. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this 1st quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That's good tight coverage right there defensively, but even a better throw on the play. Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet. I say to you all the time, Kate, completions, completions, completions.
First tone of the game for James Cook. He dodged the tackle. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. And that one's got to feel good, Brock. Season off to an excellent start as these guys work to move past the disappointments from last year.
Yeah, I agree with you. They got a lot of goals in mind for what they hope will be a far improved season, and they showed up here ready to put them into practice right away.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. He fields it from the 8. Oh, he rocked that tackler. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First play of the drive, Brock, you always tell me this, always the start of a new battle, and defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right? You got to now put yourself in a manageable 3rd down after lack of execution on 1st.
2nd down, here's Stroud. And this throw is going to be incomplete. Third down.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Here he goes, third and long. Caught by Collins on the slant. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still fourth down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And the fair catch secured here at the 16.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
All right, Bills to the line now. First and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now. Now, you take these types of results as early wins in a game, Brock, both in getting their running back started and getting your guys to start winning that battle up front, too.
Moving a man against his will and doing it right from the jump, that often portends to good things offensively.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Allen looking to throw. He's got Khalil Shakir. And the play goes after he gets ahead for about 9. And that's going to give the Bills the first down.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Allen on the play action. Right back to Shakir. This is caught. He was brought down here, but they will take it 18 yards and a first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. Runs inside the 35. Touchdown, Buffalo!
Ball carrier. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Feed the beast. Second time now we've called a touchdown for him, and now he's over 100 yards. No need to go anywhere else with the football, but put it in that guy's hands.
That one right down the middle. And our score 14-7 now here in the first.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Bass now to kick this away. On the return, it's Jalen Noel. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Jalen Noel on the return. The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Looking to throw, Stroud. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Christian Benford has it. And the Bills come through with a big play to close out our opening quarter. We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. It's a 14-7 game. More from Reliance Stadium coming right up. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're set up with it after the pick to end the first. Now Allen off the play action. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. Cuts it to the right, and he gets home. Touchdown, Bills.
Touchdown.
Ray Davis on the board. That's his first of the season. Pass is good on the extra point. And they now lead by 14 points.
21. Texans 7. Timer pass to kick off for Buffalo.
Pass now to kick this away. No to return this. Escapes the defender. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
At their own 27-yard line.
Texans to the line. First and 10. Here's a give to Montgomery to begin the drive. He's going to be forced out after he picks up about 19 yards. And that gives the Texans a first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work.
Terrell Bernard on the stop. It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12.
Last catch went the wrong way. It's second and 12. Throwing is Stroud. Completes, dialing up Collins again. Just after the catch, he is hit and stopped. A nice gain, though, down to the enemy 41. Offense getting set. Here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On play action, here's Stroud. What a difference a play makes. This one not working out in their favor. He's hauled to the ground.
By
Bradley Chubb.
It's a loss of 8.
And he is quickly on the board with his first of the season.
At the
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. Second and 18 coming up. Stroud. Looked for a second like he had him, Brock, but he just couldn't hang on. It was a good throw to fit it into double coverage, but too tough through that contact. Third down.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Third and long for him here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. On first down, they'll run with Montgomery. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's second down. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it can be super complex. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, just run away from it. Just run away from it, and good things can happen. This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Stroud now on third. Gets this one away in the nick of time, but the defense still quick enough to alter that throw. It's incomplete, and now it's fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
This connects with Higgins. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a first and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Montgomery finds the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
21, Texans 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Hardman with a return. Things going well so far. Makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
On the return. The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up first and 10. Throwing here, Allen. Man, this is going to be lost on the hit. Incomplete. Tough to complete it through that traffic and contact over the middle. It's second down. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch.
He's in trouble. Not going to get away. They drop him at the 29. Will Anderson Jr. And he is quickly on the board with his first of the season.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Allen to throw. Contact is there. That's going to break up the catch. Incomplete pass.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3-and-outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
He fields this at the 18. And he's out of bounds after some great work on that return.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own
Nice starting spot for the
40-yard
Texans
line.
here. They're about set. First and 10. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And the drive starts out small. Just 1 yard on that play.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Just a yard on that catch, so second and 9 coming up. To the air, Stroud. Right side cut by Higgins. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. That hit got there quickly.
Jaden Higgins. A gain of 4 brings up third and 4.
Off the play action, here's Stroud. And we put everything he's got behind it. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down. So once again, Kai Kroger out for the punt. Back deep to return is Davis. He has it at the 13. Jukes away from one. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And it looks like they give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Going with an alternate play here. Second down throw for Allen. That finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. Get in there for the stop, but give him about 9 on the play. And that's going to be a Bills first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
They're going to read at the line.
And the Bills first down.
Allen. So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More just ahead from Reliant Stadium. Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Now Allen. Brought In right side by Kincaid. He's going to be forced out following a gain of about 10. And it'll be first down Buffalo.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Enough from the pistol to Cook. He dodged the tackle. Past midfield to the 45. Down the sideline into the red zone. And we've seen a lot of this today. He's in again. Touchdown, Buffalo. Pass on for the extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. They bump their lead up to 14.
Texans 14. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Bass now to kick this away. No to return this. This makes it up to the 25.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Here's Stroud now. Escapes the pocket. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Running on second with Montgomery. He finds space for a few yards that time. Well, Bernard tracking that one down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains in next week.
And they'll get to him here. Play finally put to an end after about 15 yards gained, and they got that first down too.
15 yards. And the Texans first down.
Running out of the gun with Montgomery. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackle made by Cole Bishop. Houston calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Back to throw. Stroud. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Has him on the quick hitter. He's going to go out of bounds, give him about 15 before he did so. And that's going to give the Bills the first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Play action now. Allen gets out of trouble. He's in trouble, not going to get away. They drop him at the 29. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
This is where, Kate, a good quarterback, and this guy's a good player, this is where you've got to have poise because that's now the second time already here in the opening half of week 1 you've been sacked, and you can't flinch and let the defense know they're getting to you.
Second down. Here's Allen. Defenders there. It's intercepted. And the Texans take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Allen's pass intercepted. The Texans take
All
over
right, the
first
Houston
and 10
offense looks set,
at the
Brock. Here's first and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Defenders closing in, and they're going to get home here, and they drop him at the 40. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line.
Brings up second and 20 at the Bills' 40-yard line.
Second down throw for Stroud. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that gets him back to within 11.
And with those 3 points, you just dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole. You know, coming out of halftime, you've got to firmly be in comeback mode.
Hardman with a return. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Hardman with a return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
On the return, the Bills take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, Bills to the line now. First and 10. Here's a give to Cook. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. Allen setting up to throw. Short pass brought in. Brought down there after a gain of about 14 yards. And that's going to be a Bills first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Allen setting up play action. Passing quick here with the pass rush, fast enough to match it. On and in time to alter that throw, and it falls incomplete. That brings up second down.
Second down and 10.
Ooh, boy, that play action nearly backfired right there, Brock. Took a little bit too much time to set it up and some quick thinking at the end there to get that throw away as the hit arrived.
Yeah, you know, that's really well said because, you know, you could feel sometimes the quarterback on drop back, you know the timing.
Yeah.
Play action, sometimes it gets a little hairy. That was pretty savvy of him to find an incompletion. I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Allen looking to throw. Got a man. That's Kincaid. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Back to throw now, Allen. That's over the middle and caught by Coleman. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Buffalo first. New set of downs for him from the 31. And off to Cook here out of his own read. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Quan Jones with a tackle on that play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Another one for Cook. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 36 coming up. Here's Allen. Pulled in by his back. Cook. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
No run. Davis. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal. And in the middle of all that chaos and traffic, look at that. It was their safety who ran in to clean that up.
Yeah, with their size and where they come from on the field, it's pretty cool. They love those opportunities to blitz, kind of hide behind their defenders and their peers.
And he will score. Touchdown Bills. Dalton Kincaid, number 10 of his NFL career. Basson for the extra point. Sent right down the middle and good. And lead now up to 18 points.
Texans 17. Tyler
Bass now to kick this away. Noel to return this. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Texans to the line. First and 10. Picking in on the ground here with Montgomery. And a power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Well, you taught me, Brock, sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Looking to throw, Stroud. Into the hands of Dell. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. And that gives Houston the first down.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion. They can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
Handoff headed left, Montgomery. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
On second down, Stroud. And this is going to end up an incomplete pass, partner, so that brings up third down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered gate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Now it's Stroud. Forced out to his right. He's going to run for it. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a fourth down.
Stroud's going to throw for it. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
They'll run it with Cook. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6. Allen to throw. That's brought in downfield by Kincaid. This goes big, 25 yards before that tackle is made. And it'll be first down, Buffalo.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Bills first down.
From the red zone on first. He has it at the 5! And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a first and goal. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. The Bills hold both the football and a solid lead here as they try to close this out. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And we've seen a lot of this today. He's in again. Touchdown, Buffalo. Pass on for the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And that adds yet another to their lead.
42. Texans 17. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Bass now to kick this away. Noel to return this. And in the end, only able to get this up to his 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud completes it quick. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Throwing on 2nd, here's Stroud. Finding Collins. He'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25.
Production like this, now his 8th catch of the game, it really speaks to what this guy, and really the whole offense got going in the preseason. The timing, the rhythm, the precision to start this fast.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Complete beyond the marker. Down he goes after a pickup of about 12 yards. And that is a Texans 1st down.
And the Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37.
To the air, Stroud. That's grabbed inside the 30. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Big hitter on 1st down. 39 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
A pitch out to Montgomery. Escapes the defender. And the stop is made. 1st down coming up. It's a gain of 11.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Off the RPO, they get it to Dell. And it's close, but he's not going to score out of bounds right at the goal line, Brock. It's going to be 1st and goal.
It just felt like a composure play. Quarterback was calm. Receiver did his job securing the ball, and because of it, those chains are a-moving.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Stroud. And oh, he got it. Interception. Maxwell Hairston picks it off. And the Bills will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Now it's Cook. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, a very minimal gain.
At the 22-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. It's going to be taken down, so call it about 8 yards on that play. And that means they got the 1st.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that 1st down, and he went and got it.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Jukes away from one. It'll be a yard at most there, and 2nd down.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. And it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Now a design run. It's Allen. And he's tackled after a gain of about 6. It's 3rd down now. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing here, Allen. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Typically by this point, with this kind of lead late in the game, you don't see the ball pushed down the field. Now, there's part of me that kind of likes it because you're giving your backups an opportunity to play. There's also a part of me where You better be careful because I don't think this defense is going to forget it.
So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line.
18-yard line.
Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. There goes that man again, but a defender on time this time. Hit forces the football out. Incomplete. We've got 2nd down. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's able to get him pretty close to that marker. Called out a gain of about 7, and it's going to bring up 3rd and short. Offense to the line fast.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Stroud now on 3rd. And the rush is going to win this rep. They get to it. Terrell Bernard. And that's going to force a 4th and 10.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes it the impact that gets home. But of course we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So 1st down from the 41. And they'll pitch it out to him. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
They'll air it out on 3rd. This throw is going to wind up incomplete. The intended target is running back, and the results, 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Wow, special teams highlight here. What a kick, down in it at the 1.
1-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. First give on the ground. It's Woody Marks. He's brought down, and that was close, Brock. Maybe a yard away from surrendering 2 points, but the stop did come outside the goal line. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
2nd down. Here's Stroud. Catch made by Woody Marks. Ripping off yards past the 40. Woody Marks. He's to the 20. And that will be a touchdown as they come through with a little fight there, Brock, at the end of what has been a struggle. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of breath, and he's the one holding that football in the end zone.
Are you sure about that? Because you know what I love about these moments? I love especially going back and watching them on tape and watching the big guys. Watching all those O-linemen. Certainly some are going to walk, some are going to wave, but eventually some will make their way 90 yards downfield to celebrate that one as well. Because you're right, it was one heck of a shot.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down. Final timeout called by the Texans. as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Davis up the middle. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's 4th down. The Bills with a punt team out there. And he'll try to hit this one well. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it 1st and goal. Well, I sure hope all those defenders took a real quick swig of water over there on the sideline, Brock, because they are headed right back out there to get back to work.
No question about it. That's what really hurts. And you know that returner is looking at his teammates, exhausted coming on the field. Well, maybe he's not looking at him. Yeah. He's making a beeline the other way because this defense now has to regroup and get it together.
So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bills, as we'll see you next time from Houston.